Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be a tutorial video on how to post on the nosebleedsports.com WordPress website. So you're going to type in this URL, which is also in the Google Doc, and you're going to click login. Takes a little bit to load. After you go to login, your screen's going to look a little different, but it will have kind of the same stuff as what's seen here. You're going to go over to post on the left hand side. You're going to click add new. Wait for that to load. Alright, so here's it's a blank canvas pretty much. So you type your title in. I'm using Christian Coppola's blog from the 26th of February, and it is about Jason Verrett. So we're going to title it, Will Jason Verrett Stay in LA? Okay. So as you can see, it says start writing or type to choose a block. You have your title here, and now this is actually where the paragraphs and your actual article begins. So there's two options. You can start typing your actual article in here, the normal way, and then you go press enter, and this will lead into another paragraph. Another option, which it seems like most of you guys do, is copying and writing in a separate document, such as a Google document or Microsoft Word, copying your whole article. So copy, bring it back into here and pasting it in as seen right here. So it automatically, if you separate the paragraphs on here, it also separates it on here. Okay, so here we have our article in here, but there needs to be more added to spice it up a little. So to add a link, to link some of your words in your article, or words that are previous articles or stuff like that, is how you do it. So you highlight your word, you go to your Google, and you type in what you want to be linked. So I'm just going to put in Jason Verrett, his profootballreference.com, his stats over his career. So you copy the link, you go back to the editing page, and as you can see, it's still highlighted. You click here on the link button, you paste it into this text box. Okay, here it is. And then you press this arrow button, which actually applies it to the text. And as you can see, now this is a clickable word link that will bring them to this website. Okay, let's get out of that. All right, the next thing to go over is how to add an image into the text. So usually we want an image below the title and above the first paragraph, just to introduce what's actually being talked about. So if you highlight over here, you'll get a plus sign, and this is add block. So you click add block, and there's a lot of options here, but we're going to do add image. Okay, so you can go to an image on Google, and you could copy the link to it and insert from the URL. You can go to a already used image that has been used on the by some other writer or yourself on this actual website. And then the other option, and this is what I use the most often, is actually saving an image to your to your actual desktop and your pictures. So that's what I'm going to show here. So you go to upload, you go to your pictures or wherever you saved it, and here's my picture I want. Okay, so I press open. All right, here it is, it's loading up. Okay, so now it shows the description of the post, and the USA Today wrote this. So you can get rid of this caption, and you're going to put your own caption. So you're going to give credit to where the picture came from. That'll just be found on, where you actually got the picture. So I think this one's USA Today, so you just do photo. So I could type courtesy of USA Today. So this is for two reasons. One being that it covers us from any copyright infringements, and the second is we want every article to look somewhat the same. So if everybody keeps it nice and tight and clean with photo courtesy of, every blog will have that. Next thing I'm going to show you to do is how to add a tweet into the text. So you're going to go, once again, you're going to go to add block. And you are going to click, you could click Twitter, you could click paragraph. It doesn't really matter actually. I'm actually going to just click paragraph. And I'm going to go over to Twitter, Should have had this up before I started. That is my fault. All right. All right, so we got, all right, let's use the college football page. So you're going to click right here on the right-hand side. You're going to copy link to tweet. You're going to click that, and you're going to go back to the website. And as you can see, create a new block. Let's redo that just so you guys can see it. So right here, where are we doing? Okay, add block. It goes above it. As you can see, it goes, see, it's showing that line right here. Go to paragraph, and you just click paste. And here is your tweet, okay? So that it just it makes it look, and you don't have to write a caption for this. It makes it look a lot, you know, it's more of a visual appeal to the readers. And you could do a lot of stuff like this. You could add GIFs, you could add videos, you could add all different stuff. But at the minimum, a tweet, a picture is definitely the best way to go. You don't have to worry about putting an actual your actual like name by Jack Fenty in the text, because it will show up as I'll show you. So the next thing we gotta do is more of the nitty gritty stuff. So you go over to document here, and first we have to choose our category. So it usually is clicked on uncategorized. You have to unclick that. Okay, so unclick that. That's really important. And then this isn't, you know, all the sports are here. This is an NFL blog, so we click NFL. So what does this mean? So this means that this will eventually be both on the home page and on the NFL page. Okay, let's go back to home. Next thing we have to do is add tags to the blog. So a tag, and I'll show you this right here, a tag is something that also recategorizes the blog, and it gives gives viewers another place to look for stuff. So as you can see here, Brendan Chick, he put 2 tags in his articles. They're just quick little hashtags at the bottom of the article. So if we click on hashtag NFL, it will categorize it again to people that have put the tag of NFL. Okay, so this is good for both. You should put both the league that it is pertaining to, maybe like a funny word. It's pretty much the keywords in your text. Okay, so if it's a team, say you're talking about the Chargers, as I am in this one, you put the Chargers. So I'm going to go back to, let's get back to this, and let's go back to this. So add new tag, we'll do Chargers, which has already been used. You separate everything with a comma. Okay. Let me redo that. Chargers, NFL, and then I'm just going to do, okay, so here it is. And then I'm just going to do one that hasn't been used just to show how to actually implement it. Christian. Oh, it actually has been used. Okay. I don't know. What's one that, no. Okay, so no hasn't been used. So, and then you put a comma after it, and then it loads up. Okay. Next thing you have to do is set the feature image. So the feature image is what is seen right here, anything on the left-hand side of this. Super important, because this is also what's going to be seen on the Twitter cards, as you can see right here. So this is the first thing that people see besides the caption. But really the image is probably the most important. So set feature image. You go to, this is media library is other pictures that have been used on our site. And upload files is what is seen, what is actually in your picture. So once again, I'm going to do pictures. I'm going to go to that Jason Verrett picture again. If I can find it. All right, whatever. I'm using a Melvin Gordon one. Melvin Gordon. All right, cool. So this gets loaded up. You don't have to worry about putting a caption or anything, any of this stuff. Just press select. All right, the last part here, we have to add a excerpt. So this is as I mentioned, this is like what you're really putting as your caption on the Nosebleed, on the Twitter accounts. So right here, Schick has another giant season, another year with Eli Manning under center. So it should be like a intro and an eye opener, like a catcher. You know, it makes people want to read on, because right under it says read more. So what we have to do is do that. For this one, we'll do, I don't know, whatever. You just type in there, and that's what's going to show up. So here we go. Next thing we have to do is press publish. Okay, before I do that, you could preview what the blog is going to look like to a reader that isn't yourself by clicking preview, and this is what it's going to look like. I mean, obviously it's a little different right now. So it has your name here, has the date, how long of a read it is. So this is what it's going to look like when somebody reads it. So it looks pretty good. You know, it has its tags at its bottom, has its tweet, has its picture, its photo courtesy of, has its link in it right there. All right, let's get out of this. You can just exit out. All right. Permalink, here it is. So there's a couple options you could play around with if you want to like release it at a certain time. That's all in here, and you could play around with that yourself. I don't really want to go over that. So you're going to click publish when you're done with it. And once again, public, you want this to be visibility, you want it to be public, and this is changeable, but I would keep it just what it is. And then click publish again. Okay. Now you're going to copy this link. So click copy link, and you're going to type in Twitter card validator. Okay. So this is what actually makes the Twitter cards for us on our website. A little before this step, you're going to have to sign into Twitter. Just use your personal Twitter account, doesn't matter. So I click paste. Oh, that's not the right one. Let me do this again. Paste. I've done so many before that it just gets screwed up sometimes. And it should load up right here. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when it's on Twitter. Next thing you have to do is copy this. Well, not this. You go back to the nosebleedsports.com website, go to home. I'm going to have to delete this after. Go to home, go to the blog, copy the link to the blog, and then post it into the GroupMe. I'm not going to do that, but you post it into the GroupMe and then put a caption on it. So the caption, once again, should be an eye catcher. It should be a hook to your article, and it should give a reason for people to be intrigued to read the rest of the article. Last thing I want to emphasize is after it is posted, the heads of the Twitter account, so myself and Ross, will most likely, one of us will like it, which indicates that we've put it onto the main Twitter account and the Facebook. Secondly, there also should be the head of sports that like the image and the post in the GroupMe. This indicates that they have posted it to their Twitter accounts also. I want to emphasize that you guys should be posting it to your Twitter account, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything to spread the word, spreading it to your friends and family. Obviously, the more views, the better, which will eventually be equivalent to more popularity, and is also equivalent to money, which is, you know, I think at this point it's pretty much the goal for all of us. But that's super important, and stay on top of your head of sports. If they aren't retweeting the blogs, make sure they do, and you should be retweeting them throughout the day also. So that's the tutorial video on how to post on the nosebleedsports.com website. I'm just going to go back to here, and I'm going to show you what it actually looks like on the website when you actually post it. So here we go. Left side, the picture, title, caption or excerpt here, author's name, how long of a read it is. That's important. Don't make it 10 minutes. Date of the blog, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Goodbye.